Yeah, let's get this shit started. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
Sunshine on my face. Woke up thinking harder, neon fires with no base. Lunches must be sour, the expressions leave a taste. Really got rocket powers, so I'll hop in this bitch and skate.
Alright, well, me and Jam are here.
Well, ATL camping trip 2022. It's a thing. And you know, today's been good. Today's been good so far. Hasn't been too terrible.
Not too terrible.
Nah, you know.
Better than yesterday?
Definitely made the most out of it.
Okay.
I don't want to shit on yesterday, but you know, it was a little. It wasn't right for an introduction anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to leave an impression.
Yeah.
Everything. You know, first impression means a lot.
Okay.
But
okay.
It's all good. Woke up today feeling good, feeling great. Went on a little nature walk. Just embraced the sunlight. Embraced what was around me, and
yeah.
Sat by the creek, read a little Osho. It's been a nice day. It's been good.
All right, since this is our first conversation, our first formal conversation on camera, I guess let's just introduce who we are in general.
Okay. Go ahead, Sunset Trei.
Oh damn. Well, all right. Obviously, we're the co-creators of the Flow Network. We run the channel. We make all the content. We edit all the videos for it.
It's weird that this would come this late in the rotation of videos that we put out, but yeah, I mean, I guess we just want to talk about the start, talk about the beginning.
Yeah.
How all this formed, our journey through consciousness, our humble beginnings.
Nah, for real. Just the process of the whole spiritual awakening, and also just how we even started creatively,
Yeah.
What led us to just being creators in general.
It's been a long time coming, honestly. It's all built up to the Flow Network, really.
Yeah. And I think this conversation is needed, definitely, because we just started it off the channel without saying anything.
Yeah.
We were just in Costa Rica doing yoga. There was no explanation. Niggas just was niggas just vlogging.
Oh, y'all vlog now? That's a thing?
Right.
Y'all are that?
Yeah. Yeah. The people who knew us already knew us, but now there's more people involved since Trinity has been featured on the channel and shit. So it's the clarification is needed, because it's
who the fuck are we actually? Mm-hmm. What are we about? What are we doing?
Yeah.
The videos, the vlog style videos, I think that they show a lot, but it can only show so much. Mm-hmm. We don't necessarily do a lot of conversation style, a lot of dialogue and stuff. We try to refrain from that, because we love to travel. We love to show the experience
through action.
But definitely needed conversation for sure.
Yeah.
How did your conscious journey start? When did it start? How did it start? How did it evolve from that point?
Well, it shit definitely started. The whole awareness process started, I think, when I was I can't even say because it was you and London and Jerron were intrinsic parts of the experience. It started around the same time. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So we were 16, 17, 18. I don't remember. It was 16 through 18. Some period of time between that, and we just started to grow into awareness. I think a lot of what contributed to that awareness and to that spiritual growth was smoking weed.
Gas, nigga. gas to us at that time.
At the time, right?
We would roll up one joint and share with 4 heads and be out of our minds. And
for real, it was crazy. Who would have knew? Yeah. Especially looking back now, but we were just outside talking about life and just breaking through the illusion.
Yeah.
And something was just we were just cracking codes and shit. So
literally diving deeper. It it dove deeper level by level, I feel, because I know we were definitely talking a lot about the stars and, you know, things from a cosmic perspective.
Yeah.
Like, what is God? What is the concept of God? You know, how does God play a role in what we're actually doing? You know,
Yeah.
and then, you know, it doesn't help when you're high as fuck and, you know, you're looking up at the sky like, wow, this is really infinite. This is really not what I was told.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah. And then having people to like bounce ideas and thoughts and realizations off of.
For sure.
Like, one person would say that and be like, oh shit, and never even looked at it that way. And then another person would be like, well, I realized this based off of that. And you're like, damn.
Yeah.
And it really just like, it was like a brotherhood that really helped cultivate our growth and our awareness. Like, that shit was like really nurturing to have
other people along the ride.
Yeah, and this was before, bro, any, like, I say this all the time, this is before any spirituality TikToks and like
no template, no blueprint,
bro,
nothing to go, bro. We had Willow and Jaden from afar. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even like
that was it. Nah, for real.
We're looking up to people younger than us trying to find answers.
Yeah,
you know, and they're on their own journey as well.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all just learning together. It wasn't like this. It wasn't a community like it is in 2022. Like, or if it was, we just didn't know.
We didn't know. Yeah, we weren't aware of it. It wasn't accessible. Like,
not
like
at
the
all.
knowledge wasn't out there. So that's how it happened. Niggas was just smoking weed, talking about life, the universe, and it all came together through realizations, and we broke illusions, and we reprogrammed things, we deprogrammed things, and then reprogrammed things. Like, that's literally what that was the
and
whole
it's still
process,
ongoing. It's not like it just stopped at a point. It's an everyday evolution. It's an everyday journey.
Yeah.
You wake up and you learn something new upon waking. Maybe it's a thought from something you read or something you've seen or a human you observed.
Yeah.
Or a conversation that you had.
Yeah.
You know, all those things take time to process into one's own being. So it's definitely a constant change. I mean, the last video, you know, you guys were talking, you Trinity AB, just about, you know, how change is constant. That it is the only constant. It's a real constant, and it's something that you can't stop once you start. So,
and that was the thing. Once you started questioning, there's no going back. So that's one of the things that contributed to our spiritual growth. And while we're on that topic, also I want to discuss like other things that helped us evolve, like certain tools, maybe experiences like Costa Rica.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely Costa Rica for sure. I'd say even before that, something that could honestly be counted as a tool is like the Flower of Life. You know, by
for sure.
Drumbelow.
The Flower of Life by Drumbelow Melchizedek. Yes. Yeah.
That was definitely like, okay, I'm reading this, I'm seeing the words, but then I'm going out into nature and I'm seeing the geometric patterns. I'm seeing how the trees speak, how each leaf has a story, or each leaf has a story. But yeah, it definitely broadened my view of the world and broadened my view of like what I'm really living in, what it means to be 5D, what it means to reach above, you know, just this physical plane that we're in, that we're confined to.
Yeah,
definitely like taking that step, you know, going to Costa Rica, meeting people for the first time that I had only ever met on the internet, you know,
right.
Trusting that, okay, I'm called to this area for a reason. I'm called to these people for a reason. I'm supposed to go out there and I'm supposed to learn something about myself and grow. I'd say the first time definitely wasn't just like a cakewalk. It wasn't like it wasn't all enjoyable by any means.
Yeah, because you told me, like, you know, it's like our American programming is like so.
It was ingrained. It's so
thick,
deep.
like, bro, so thick. It's like even after coming to that awareness, it's still like so much of it is still there after, you know, 17, 18 years of programming. Like, a lot of that shit is just still there. So we went to Costa Rica and you was like, you know, some of those like, I forgot the word you used for it. I don't know if you used the word demons, but you like certain things are gonna enter your mind, like telling you to like, you know,
I'm pretty sure I said like sensors or something like that.
Yeah.
Like those natural blockages that
Yes.
oh, I want to do this, but the thing in your brain's like, nah, you can't do that. Or you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Or that's
like,
too far from what you used to. Like, yeah, because Costa Rica, it was that. Like, the niggas weren't. And like Ike and Eric and Jay, they invited us out to their home. They're staying out there. They had been out there for years at that point, like 2 years, and they were welcoming to us being there, and it was like they were living like locals, you know, like Costa Rican locals, you know, like literally. they were like,
it wasn't no tourist shit. It wasn't
was
like,
none of that. Like,
niggas is not in like San Jose and like you know what I'm saying? Like, they're in the mountains. They're
in the mountains, bro.
The
like,
height of prosperity, where you have no choice but to embrace the local and the environment in which you're in. So
it was a cultural change, like a huge cultural change, bro. Like a fucking shift. So of course, like the first time, you know, he spent like a month there. I spent like 3 weeks there. You know, it just took like going back there to just like going back and forth there to like just slowly get that awareness, like, okay, nah, this is like really important. This nurtures the spirit in a way. But I think that should touch both of us, even the first time, regardless.
Bro,
like,
what? Nah, it was like, I say this with like, not to be in a negative way, but it's like when I came back to America, I was depressed. You know, I was definitely, it was like a withdrawal thing going on, because it was just like the realization that I'm returning to what I had been programmed to expect.
Damn.
But when you're immersed in like abundance, when you're immersed in nature, when you're just having conversations with people every day, and it's only higher level conversations, it's only like that shit can be overstated. Like, it's hard to come back and like go to work, you know, or like go, you know, I was going to like fucking Target or some shit. Like, I didn't want to have these meaningless like conversations. I didn't want to stare at cars and parking lots and shit like that. It held like way less meaning than it ever had. Like, I already didn't care for it. Yeah. But like,
after visiting Costa Rica and then coming back, it was like, damn. It's like, damn, bro. A lot of our time is going to be spent more in Costa Rica. That's literally where we started the Flow Network. I think that's going to be integrated a lot more in the channel in recent times and soon to come times. For sure.
It definitely doesn't feel like one of those, you know, one-stop destinations or, you know, once in a blue. It's kind of part of the Flow Network DNA, our DNA. And overall stands for what we stand for. It's like the greatest, you know, physical representation thus far of like a place actually standing for, you know, the things that we value, the things that we actually want to even show on camera or think is worth.
For sure. For sure.
You know, showing viewers and shit. But
yeah, bro. I don't know if like we've made it clear as to like what it was exactly that about Costa Rica that is like the thing, you know. Have we stated that? I think it's like,
I've tried. I don't really have like I don't feel like I have that many words to like give like an overview or just like a quick, you know. It's like, I mean, I could talk for like hours about everything there that just resonates with me, that makes me care about it or want to go. You know, why it's held so highly. You know,
in regard, for sure.
I think the best way. Wait, what were you gonna say?
Nah, I was about to say, obviously, the abundance of nature. You know, obviously, it's like,
it doesn't really compare to anywhere else that I've been thus far. I'm sure same for you. It's not really
that shit crazy. Bro. Exotic plants and hella
fucking singing toucans and monkeys and shit, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Endless waterfalls, like fucking. Yeah, shit crazy. What are you about to say?
No, that was it, like abundance. I think
abundance,
that was like the summary word for sure. Not that, you know, I don't want to like downplay other places. There's lots of abundance in the world.
Of course.
It's just, I don't know. This is what we've connected with. It feels home. It feels like home. It feels like the right place to be.
Obviously, luckily, like we have a whole fucking season dedicated to it. So it's like you can see it in action. But I remember just being on that property, and I was just like, bro.
Wait,
like,
whose property?
The last property we were on, the Airbnb property.
Oh yeah.
I just remember walking on that
property.
land. That property. He was like, which one? I mean, what other property? Like, you talking about, like...
It could have been
like,
property. What the fuck? Them niggas had property. It was property around that we visited.
Hell nah. That property. I just remember walking on the land and shit, and I was just like, you can just feel that everything else is in harmony. So obviously, like, your being there is just naturally going to harmonize by result. You know, it's just like... And you could just feel the energy, like, aligning your body and aligning your energetic being. Like, I can't explain it. I was just like, damn, like, I could feel my vibration, like, coming to the center.
Here.
Yeah, not for real.
Like, in every sense of the word, every cell is working in unison to lift me.
Yeah, for sure.
to new heights. Like,
yeah, nah, it's truly, literally. I wanted to get on the topic of creativity. And how
I don't think a lot of people know, outside of, like, obviously the people that we grew up around, or just the people that know us more intimately now, but I don't think people know that, like, you know, we're originally musicians. Like, we're artists. We started making music like a while ago. It's been almost double-digit years ago of just creating, using the newfound, I guess, thirst for life after that initial awakening that we already discussed, and applying that to, okay, how can we make a way for ourselves that's not like going downtown and working in a cubicle or like being a cashier or just whatever the fuck. Like, how can we elevate?
Just going to college.
Yeah, for
getting
sure.
a degree.
And I think all roads just led to that. Like, let's create. Let's form what we want to see.
Right.
Let's manifest outwardly.
I was just actually talking about that recently with AB and Trinity. Is like, there's no limits to being an artist
at
and
all.
Being a creative. You know, you can create as much as you want and create the world that you wish to live in. That's the thing more than anything. It's not just like yeah, we were making music first, like that was the thing, and we still make dope ass music. We have like hella tracks together, but it's like more than anything, we just took it up a notch and was like, bro, let's create in all aspects. Like, let's mold our fucking reality.
Another example of like the constant day-to-day evolution, you know what I mean? Like, the roads will eventually lead farther whether you plan for it or not. If you're flowing in creativity, if that's what's being projected outward from your being, it's like you're gonna eventually get to those levels, things you may not even know that you are capable of doing.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't, I'm gonna like be 100% real. I never had an interest in editing videos or like even really, you know, I'm like making shit like that. But I found like an immense joy in doing it, making these vlogs and just sharing a different side of how creative we can be. It's in a lot of ways, it's like even more intimate than creating music. You can say words, but people can't. I mean, people have to infer, you know, visually based on your lyrics and based on what you're saying. And try to paint that picture. But now we can actually, like, you know, be the picture. And just add, you know, add the rest to it.
That's how we did that shit though, like, because we were talking about it so much in our music, just from an audio experience. And of course the people who knew us, they could see like we were different or like weird or whatever, but then like now we have like content to show the living. It's like we have the visual to match it. Like, that shit's kind of fire.
No rap
that
cap.
we did that. Not for real. No rap cap at all. Damn, that's kind of fire.
How do you feel that you will expand, you know, going forward? You know, what do you want to bring more of? What do you want to show more of? What do you want to tell more of? You know? Is there a plan? Is there a direction? Are you just flowing day by day, whatever comes?
That's a good question. I think that's a good question. I was talking to you and Yana about this last night after seeing the Yosemite vlog that should be out before this video comes. It's just like more of that. I do see that moving forward. I see more
expansion outward,
more expansion outward, more being in just like illustrious parts of nature, bro. Like that shit is the biggest flex for me. Like there's no bigger flex to me than just like being somewhere that looks otherworldly. Yeah, that just looks monumental.
I get you.
Like that shit, just to be in front of it. Like it's just that I want to do more of that. You know,
and it's kind of weird too because eventually, you know, I want to get to a point where, like more people are obviously joining us on these journeys because only so much can be shown through the camera. Yeah. You know, we're doing the best we can, but nature is like very, you know, it's not meant for a lens. I truly feel that way. I think it's just meant for these lenses. Like
I get that. That's
it's meant to experience
great point.
More than anything, like really experience it.
So like helping people, like showing people like, the path, you know, inviting people along to see
for sure
and be immersed in it and witness it in themselves. Yeah, that's a really important part. Hopefully us documenting, well, not even hopefully, us documenting our lives and just being in the abundance of nature will allow more people to just have that same curiosity, or just like inspire people to join along and
don't be shy.
Yeah,
it's
don't
not
be shy.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're open to all walks of life. Everyone is always welcome, more than welcome to join and have dialogue and discuss and just go deeper. That's what I want out of this channel more than anything. I want to build more of a community that just likes the shit that we like to do at the end of the day. Because I know people are out there, like we said, and you know, in the beginning, it seemed it was a little hard for us starting out because it just wasn't like events like Camp and Trip. It wasn't, you know, Trinity's ATL Friends meetup. It wasn't shit like that. To like go and make point of contact with other creators and just other like-minded individuals. But now we have all of those resources, we have all of those tools, and there's no reason why we shouldn't take advantage of that.
And so we are.
Here we are.
That's what's happening. It's crazy how all this shit like encompasses, like everything is connected when I think about just our vision and where we were trying to, like initially what we were even planning on doing, bro. We were thinking about like moving to the Navajo reservation and shit like that. We were like at 19 and shit like.
That shit's crazy. No, that's kind of crazy. Like to really like reflect on that mindset and see how much it hasn't really changed but just evolved. You know? It's like, damn, that's crazy to think about as a teenager, like trying to get closer to things that make spiritual contact, that actually like do something for the inner, for the core.
Yeah, for sure.
Versus like, oh, I want a nice car and a nice, you know what I'm saying? That was never really the desire. It was always like, what can we do to deepen this connection that we've already formed?
Damn, it's funny you said that. I think you said it in Chosen, like, with no direction, I'm still moving towards it, right? Like it's that same thing. Like it's not like I'm looking at something linear and it's like there, you know, like but like
no, I get what you said.
It's like it's crazy, but it is like
it's like you know where you're going without even knowing the destination. Like
it's definitely like damn, that's crazy.
It's definitely its own form of faith. Like we're not religious, but we like believe in higher messages. You know, there's
guidance and
for sure,
and awareness
for sure. Manifesting your own reality. So if we're sitting here constantly back and forth exchanging ideas about how we can get to the point that we want to be at, or our desire to get to the point we want to be at, that's being floated into the ethos, that's being floated into the universe, and it's going to be reciprocated back
for sure, which
is how we're already here, you know. Like we've always been there, but it's like we're here as well, you know, in the physical sense. We were just manifesting it from a thought perspective. So it's definitely it's all connected. It's all connected. Like every aspect, even like yoga. You know what I'm saying? Like doing yoga as two black males, you know, it's not necessarily something that I even saw before I started doing. Like I don't even think I ever saw like a melanated man doing yoga anywhere.
Anywhere, literally, bro. Like, nah, I've never seen that.
Sad, but
that's crazy. I've never seen that, and obviously it's happening, but that was just never shown to us.
Right.
Which I want to ask you, like, how did you get into yoga? Because like I know people know us as like yogis, and they know me specifically like to be a nigga who's always doing yoga, and I'm like, you know, you definitely put me on. You definitely led the way. So I wonder how it started for you.
I think I want to say that London told me about it for sure. I think he had yoga and like weight training in fucking high school, which is unbelievable to me that that's even a thing. But I think he had it and he used to just talk about it. And once I had got to a point of wanting to like take another step pretty much, you know, and whatever my journey was spiritually, I just kind of did research on it and realized that, oh, this is like just another aspect of connecting me. It's not even like a thing. It's not a thing that I go do or like that I would do. It's just a part, you know.
I see.
From breathing correctly, learning how to breathe, or relearning how to breathe, right?
Relearning how to breathe, yeah.
And then just applying that to the poses. That shit changed everything. Literally, like that can't even be understated. That changed every single thing about myself. Like that's something real. I prioritize above like eating sometimes, or just like little shit. It's always like, okay, let me come into my body first. Let me connect what's going on, you know.
Yes. I was just talking to Trinity about this. I was like, she's like, how do you have like so much energy? You know, like we were doing yoga and I was just like breathing deeply. It was like, you know, like that type of shit, like where it's like real release. And she was like, how do you have like the energy to do that? Like, how do you get that breath intact? And I'm like, bro, this comes from consistent years of just doing it, bro. And every time you do it, just brings more life force into your body. Every time, like just more and more life force.
Do you realize we've almost been doing that shit for double-digit years?
Yeah.
Like that's a crazy amount of time to progress in a practice.
Nah, that's true.
So of course it's going to be, it's going to come from a deeper point. Yeah. Like regardless.
Nah, truly, yeah. At this point, right? Like,
man, what?
Nah, not for real. And like he said, it's like I don't need to wake up and eat breakfast. I literally just get into my body and energy just flows, and it's like, bro, you just feel light. You already feel fulfilled. You know what I mean? You already feel nurtured. You feel energy off of your own energy. You know, you don't need any external like consumption from the jump as soon as you wake up to like
that is the fuel for the body.
That is the fuel. And it's coming from your own source. So like that's what makes it even entirely a different experience. And it really, really honestly truly transformed my life more than any other practice I have, like more than anything that has ever taken place in my life. Like yoga has really cultivated my body and in a way that's just like, that shit's just, I feel vital, bro. I be feeling up like energy. I feel very light. I don't know. I just don't
breathe through life.
Just breathe through life.
There's an ease to this shit, bro. It's a slow air. It's a very, it's a release.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, it reduces anxiety. That shit like reduces like fear and like nervousness. Like cause it's like, it's a practice of breath. You know what I mean? It's like crazy how breathing is the most simplest thing we have.
And it's so underrated.
And it might be the most powerful healing technique out of any fucking thing. If you know how to breathe in the right way.
Bro, look at Wim Hof, bro. Look at his capability. Like just from breathing. That's it. Breathing and thought. Like
yes,
you can change your entire code. You could rewrite your entire code. And it's funny. I used to be taking like deep breaths and shit at the register. And people, are you okay? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta breathe. Nah, I'm fine. Like, I can't be in here shallow breathing inside this building. Like, I gotta I gotta come into my shit. That's not gonna work, man. It never works.
Yo, I used to do that shit too, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is crazy. Niggas be like, are you okay? Because, like, your face will be neutral. But you're like, nah, I'm, like, cultivating energy.
What's
like,
wrong with you?
Yeah, like, nigga, I'm at Walmart. I got to do the best I can.
Oh shit. Oh, damn, that's deep.
Hell nah, yeah.
But
nah,
no, seriously, breath
breath,
work.
bro.
Like,
Truly.
if you decide to do nothing else in life, just learn how to like breathe deeply from your core. That'll just enhance so much. You won't be getting sick and you won't be feeling slow and groggy and shit. It's high energy. It's instant energy and it's available. It's already in you.
Yes.
So
yes. And it's
all you gotta do is access it. It's a well of energy, a well of prana.
Yes, it's a well of energy. That shit is a well of energy.
Crazy.
It's just like universal source just activating. Then also I want to also say, like, it's also alignment. Literally, you are doing movements that are aligning your energetic body, which is connecting you to this conscious grid, which is connected to other sources beyond this fucking earthly plane and solar system. Like, it's just, you are doing sacred movements that are activating your alignment, and it's putting you in the most synchronistic place possible. Like, it's just putting you in this alignment where it's like just a lot of negative circumstances don't happen to me, and I think yoga is a part of it because I move in alignment. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, that's what it is. It's like it's crazy to say.
It is. It's so wild, but that's a quote. It's like, that's a thing. That should be scripture. It's like a lot of things just don't be happening. Like all this, like these issues and like this, just like shit that's going on, mind racing and stuff. It just, that's not necessary. That's not just a part of life, bro. It doesn't have to be.
It don't have to be, man.
You're in alignment. That's it. And you find yourself doing that through the day as well.
Yeah, truly.
Even in situations that are like less ideal.
I wanted to ask you what led you to having the idea of starting a channel, and why did you call it the Flow Network? Why was that important? Why did you want to document the living or the vlogs and everything?
Honestly, it just came for the need to step into a certain power that I knew was available. I'm watching, I love YouTube. Like, I genuinely do. I probably have watched more YouTube in my life than just like normal TV or like normal entertainment. Just because there's like an endless well of people doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And it's no restriction on what you can do.
Yeah.
Aside from the obvious, I mean,
they be doing some shit, strikes,
sucky ass copyrights and shit like that. But
yeah.
I'm looking at like my favorite content creators doing yoga, right? And I'm like, I do yoga every single fucking day. I look at you do it. I mean, I could just do it, right?
Right.
And obviously there's the monetization value of it, gaining abundance from the things that you're creating, the things that you want to do, and that's all I ever have wanted to do. I feel like I deserve that. I feel like that's well within my right, well within my power to be compensated for the things that I love. Versus doing what I have to do. No haves to do. No, none of that.
No.
Once.
Yes. Yeah. Living through your desires and living through your alignment and being compensated for it.
That was so really that was like that was the overall
You're
vision.
just piecing life together, and you was like, people are doing it.
I can do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's sometimes things are really that simple. It doesn't really evolve, or it doesn't have to be like as complex as like our minds try to make it.
That's facts.
You can want something and then do that thing. That you're fully capable of. That everyone is. When you ask for something, you will receive it, and it'll come to you maybe in a way that you didn't expect. But you just have to be ready to walk through that door. And then everything else will start to make sense again. It'll start to reconnect. It's the same way we've like connected our music to our vlogs and vice versa. It's all, you know, the same thing. It's like, obviously we wanted to take music a certain place. We wanted to go a certain way with it, and we wanted to, you know, be artists, right?
Yeah.
But now this is allowing us to do that, as well as adding other elements of creativity into the mix. So now we're being more fulfilled, and we didn't even realize that was going to happen. It wasn't like I asked or was like, oh, what's the way? And then, you know what I'm saying, expected this to be it. It's just, I was just ready to walk through the door when it presented
When the
itself.
time's right, yeah. Damn. I couldn't have said it better. Well, that's how it was literally presented to me. Like, you know, he was just like, let's do a channel called The Flow Network. Let's make a channel. Go to Costa Rica, do yoga. Film it.
It sounds so like simple on like on paper, but
yeah,
that was it. I mean, that's the gist of everything.
Yeah, share it with the people. I mean, the channel's grown a lot faster than we, you know, expected.
Oh man, yeah.
Much
Much gratitude to everyone out there that subscribed. Much gratitude to Trinity as well. She's really like took like an initiative to help us and just help us grow and evolve, and we couldn't be more thankful for sure.
Most definitely
for that. But we're just happy that people like resonate with our content more than anything. Like I'm, you know, I couldn't have thought this. I couldn't have predicted this. Like I felt like doing a channel was the right thing. I felt like being creative was the right thing. I felt like it will ultimately lead to the things that we wanted to do, but it's just the journey is so much fun.
So much fun. You know? So much fun, bro. Like this shit is so much fun. Every time we drop some new content, we're just like happy to I know you're happy to just see it for yourself first and foremost, just like what you made.
Damn, I made this shit.
And then what you lived too. But isn't it crazy how that shit is like, bro? It's fucking crazy. Like we have 40 episodes as of this video being shot, we have 40 episodes, and it's like all of that shit just felt seamless, bro. We started that shit a year ago, and we've just done so much. 40 episodes of just consistent work, content, and then living it. It's like it's one thing that we're like living it.
Hold on, that's a thought.
Like filming it,
I gotta like step from the inside in and like look. You know what I'm saying? Like actually look outward, but all those moments were still lived.
They were just filmed. Like they had to be lived, and they were documented, and then they were edited, and then brought to you guys to see,
and then brought to us as well. To look back on and be fond of. You know, I love watching our vlog. I mean, I'm, you know what I mean? Like it'd be weird if I didn't.
Right. Nah, we're probably the biggest.
Cool as fuck.
Our biggest fans of it, but like. On top of that, there's like it's so much shit that we're not even filming that's like taking place. I mean, this shit is endless. Like we're only gonna attract more abundance with what we're doing and what we're sharing with everyone. Just definitely, just being more in more beautiful places, like more events with Fancy Crew, more music, more tapes, more vlogs. We're gonna have more video vlogs for like music video type vlogs and shit. We're definitely gonna have more conversations together about life and shit. Trinity's gonna be on the vlog some more. We're gonna have, you know, more feminine energy, you know, just around us. Hella nature, more travel.
It's looking up.
Yeah, it's looking up, to say the least.
Looking nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. So,
it's definitely crazy. It's been a year, you know.
Just 1 year.
We're here. It's not even the best of it.
Immense gratitude. So much more beautiful moments being lived on the way. More prosperity. That's probably my favorite word. It's just, it exudes just like living and striving while doing it. So just more prosperity for us. Is there anything you'd like to
in this moment, man? I'm just grateful. That's all. I'm just like really grateful to be here, to be experiencing this or just things in general at like a high level. I haven't had many moments this past year of stopping to look from the outside in. I've just been very in the moment and letting things pass, but just like thinking about everything right now in real time, it's like it's been crazy. That shit could almost bring a tear to my eye. Like it's crazy, but yeah, just very grateful right now.
Well, moment of silence for that. All right, guys, we're gonna end it there.
And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We're signing out from ATL camping trip. I think we're about to go join the civilians. I want to mention, like, this nigga. We pull up back to ATL camping trip, and this nigga, like, there's a lot going on down there. People are, vibing, dancing. There's music. People are talking, socializing, buying shit or whatever, and this nigga's just in the open field by himself. So I'm like, where you at, bro? I'm in the field all the way down. I'm like, what? And like, I walk down here, I just see a nigga in a big ass open field away from everybody. But we're about to get back.
We're gonna be communal.
Yes, let's
we're gonna give something
social. Let's try to build it up. But yeah, guys, we're signing out. We're about to head back to the festivities. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
peace. It's nice. Eat gas, nigga.
Sunshine on my face. Woke up thinking hard and neon fires with no base. Lunches must been sour. They express just leave a taste. Really got rocket powers. I'll hop in this bitch and skate.
Shut up, get my flowers with no face. How you trying to show me love and it's fake? Get the vibe off, I'm escape. Now I'm taking off just like it's fake. I'm really taking my time, but it feel like I'm winning the race. Clutch on the front of me, a pound me text like Tom on straight. She really didn't, she know me, she calling my government name. She asked why I smoke so much, I told her I'm numbing the pain. And my mama asked how I'm doing, I told her I can't complain.